I've been helping people just like you for 23 years. I am an expert. I have more than 10,000 hours. You want to know my statistics? I have probably ushered more than 10,000 people down this path. I have created nearly 1,000 small business owners in the United States of America over the last 2 decades of my life. Do I know what I'm doing? I absolutely know what I'm doing. Are you thinking about investing in a franchise? Well, I've been a franchise consultant for over 20 years, and there are so many pitfalls that people make, mistakes that people make as they venture out to explore franchises. Now, in this video, I want to talk about 5 of the most common pitfalls that people make as they explore franchises. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Kim Daly, and I am a franchise consultant. And as I mentioned, for over 20 years, I have been helping people just like you say yes to the dream to own a franchise business by aligning their background, interests, skills, finances, and life goals to some of the best franchise opportunities out there today. Now, if you get inspired to begin your own journey and you want Kim Daly to be your franchise consultant, please stay with me till the end of the video and I will share how I can help you. So let's talk about the 5 biggest pitfalls that people make as they set out to explore franchise opportunities. The first thing that I see many people do is they think, I want to own a business, and they start exploring franchises, but they have no clarity around their own personal, professional, and financial goals. Well, how do you know what business vehicle is the right investment vehicle if you don't know why and what you're using the business for? So before you start exploring franchises, do yourself a favor. Get out a piece of paper and write down your clear and specific goals, personally, professionally, and financially. Who do you want to become as the result of becoming a business owner? So what are you using the business for? Where are you right now? And where do you want to go? And then as you set out to explore franchises, you're going to think about the business as a vehicle that's driving your life from where you are to where you want to be. Because that's what it actually is, a vehicle. The second pitfall that a lot of people make is they invest in a franchise because they're passionate about the product or the service instead of passionate about the people. So investing in a franchise is about finding a partnership. It's about finding people who've already figured out how to make money in a certain way in a certain business. So ultimately, when you're exploring a franchise, I want your eyes to be lifted up at who you're in business with, not what you're investing in. The product or the service, that may have to change as the economy changes, as times change, as the customer demand for what you're offering changes. So if you're investing in a product or a service because you love it and you're personally invested in it, and the thing has to change, then you're going to lose your passion for your business. But if instead you're investing in people who are passionate about bringing a product or service to market, and you're inspired by the future potential opportunity as they share it with you, then as you need to pivot and adapt and be nimble with that product or service, you're going to continue to be passionate about your business. And most importantly, all businesses have to continue to grow and change. And if you're invested in people who don't have resources, who don't have the capability to pivot and adapt and grow the business, then no matter how passionate you all are in the product or the service today, potentially you're all becoming obsolete. So the most important thing to pay attention to when you're investing in a franchise are the people who you're investing with, their vision for what they're bringing to market in a certain amount of time. And I want you all to fall in love with each other and feel like this is a win-win. You can learn from them, and they believe that if they award you an opportunity to join their franchise, you're going to culturally fit in and you're going to be an asset to the future brand that they are building. Okay, the third pitfall that a lot of people make is They invest in a franchise because it's something that their community needs. They say things to me like, I think I want to bring a UPS store to my market because we don't have one and we have to drive 20 minutes. Now, this kind of goes back to the first one about knowing your goals. Like, what are you using the business for? But it's a little bit different. Here, you're thinking that the community needs this. So that must be a reason for me to bring it to market. Well, what if this particular business that your community needs doesn't match the core skills that you have or you want to use as a business owner? What if the hours of operation of that business don't align with the hours of operation that you as a business owner want to be in it? There's so many flaws in selecting a business because it's something that you think your community needs versus investing in a business because you have personal, professional, and financial goals, and you know where you are and you know where you want to be, and you're looking for an investment vehicle to help get you to that new place. And you want to leverage the skills that you have, the personality that you have. You want to grow in certain areas, but you're also bringing skills and background and experience to this business. And it's the culmination of all of that that helps you select the right business for you and know with confidence that if you show up into this business and you're willing to grow, you're going to be able to get to those expected outcomes. So don't select a franchise because it's something that your community needs. Invest in a business because it's going to help you achieve your goals and dreams. The fourth and potentially biggest mistake of all is people invest in businesses they cannot comfortably afford. This should be number one. It should be number 5 on my list. It should be everything. The number one reason that businesses fail is because people run out of money. Now, that should never happen in a franchise, but does it? It absolutely does. Why? Because people stretch themselves. They try to invest in the dream business. I gotta own that one. And I'm always saying to people, no, you wanna own a business, select one that you can more than comfortably afford, that you can build and scale and learn how to become a successful business owner through. Because you can build and sell the first franchise. You can build it, get it up and going, step back, come back to Kim Daly, and now take your increased cash flow and increased net worth and increased confidence as a business owner and put it into the next business, the dream business. Don't stretch yourself thin to invest in what you think is the perfect business that you have to own. Invest in a business because it's a comfortable investment for you that's going to help you get up the learning curve. Again, the business is a vehicle. It is not the end all be all. It is not a hobby. It is not a passion. It's an investment vehicle driving your life personally, professionally, and financially to a new place. And sometimes when you know exactly where you want to go, it's one investment that's going to take you all the way there. But more often, it's one investment that gets you up the learning curve. And then you either build and scale that investment or you end up owning multiple businesses. And it's the culmination of all of those businesses that get you to the ultimate goal. So there's more than one way to build wealth. Lighten it up. Don't put so much emphasis on one business, and absolutely do not cash strap yourself because you have to own a particular business. It's just the first investment. It doesn't have to be the only investment. But if you invest and you make yourself cash poor, it absolutely may be the only investment, because if you go bankrupt, you may not have the courage to go again. And the fifth pitfall that people make, but not you because you're here on Kim Daly TV, is they don't use an experienced franchise consultant. So listen up. If you come to Kim Daly, I'm going to help you avoid number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, because I am an experienced franchise consultant. Listen, I've been helping people just like you for 23 years. I am an expert. I have more than 10,000 hours. You want to know my statistics? I have probably ushered more than 10,000 people down this path. I have created nearly 1,000 small business owners in the United States of America over the last 2 decades of my life. Do I know what I'm doing? I absolutely know what I'm doing. In addition to that, I have been a small business owner for 27 years. I know I may look like I'm young, but I've got some weather under me. I have been building my own future through small businesses and franchises for the last 27 years. So I might know a thing or two to be able to help you learn how to explore a franchise with confidence. What are the steps to make sure that you're asking the right questions? You're properly capitalized. You can bring in outside lending to help you know what are the questions and who to be talking to, what are the steps, and how to do this in an efficient and effective way so that you can feel confident in that final decision. And along the way, I just might be able to share a little trick or two with you about how to go on and become a successful franchisee. Why? Because I am a very successful franchisee. I spent 8 years as an average performer in my business, and then in my 9th year, created a history-making year. That was back in 2011. I grew my own business by 350% in one 12-month period. So in my 9th year of business, I went from the average performing pack to a history maker. I might know a thing or two about how to help you become successful so you can avoid all of the pitfalls. You don't have to make any mistakes. I will make sure that you have big, clear goals, that you're properly capitalized, that you're not investing in a passion or a hobby for the wrong reason, that you are investing in people and you have a purpose for this business. And I'll help you do it all for free. My services are totally free for you because I'm paid by the amazing franchisors like a recruiter to offer this service. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, especially avoiding these 5 very common pitfalls. Now, if you are ready to begin your journey and you want Kim Daly to be your franchise consultant, please follow the link in the description below, and I personally will reach out to you right away. Thank you for watching the video until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.